All right. How's it going? I know I said yesterday that I normally don't put the fan on because it gives you bad audio, but it's too damn hot today. So you're gonna have to live with the. Oh fucking hell, my phone's not on mute. You're gonna have to live with the. Bzzz. That's my fan. Blame the summer. Dale says hi. How you doing, Dale? AKA Goku. Samuel says hi. NRO. Can I ask you something? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Johnny says hi everyone. Welcome to the channel of the best streamer. Appreciate the kind words as always, Johnny. How you doing? You've been keeping me entertained with your Instagram memes. I can't. there was one. There was one of Xerxes which I thought was quite good. That one made me laugh. But yeah, hope you're well. Sorry for missing the last stream. That's all right. No problem. It was Chelsea versus Benfica yesterday, but it was a bit of a weird one in the sense that it got to 86 minutes, and then at 86 minutes, they stopped the game because of lightning, and then after 86 minutes, there was a 2-hour delay. So I just left at 86 minutes because it was at 11:30. I'm explaining this terribly, but basically we got to 11:30 at night and the game stopped. And then they said, we don't know when the game is going to resume. So I just went to sleep and the game resumed 2 hours later. It's pretty crazy, to be fair. Samuel says, do you know what football is? I do not know what football is. I'd be very grateful if you could please explain that. I'd be very grateful if you could explain that. Thank you in advance. Johnny says, finally the fan. I love its ASMR. Oh, okay. There's a benefit to the fan then. It's like white noise to a certain degree. But yeah. Normally I don't put it on because someone outside. It's alright. Normally I don't put it on because I don't want it to mess up the audio, but Johnny seems to be a fan of it, so that's a positive. Fan of the fan, ha ha ha. You see what I did there? But yeah, hope you're good. Hope you're good, Johnny. Your brother was here yesterday, Sonny. Loving life as per usual. So what are we watching today? Apparently it was because of lightning, and apparently there's some sort of protocol that if a game stops because of lightning, they then have to basically wait a while for it to restart. So it was pretty crazy. Speaking of your brother, speak of the devil. How you doing, Sunny? Sunny says, Johnny, my brother. Also, remember England under 21 won the tournament. Just had to say it, or else someone else might attack me. Yeah, it was great. It was so weird, wasn't it? Yesterday. So someone was it Jenny saying why are you not more happy that England won the under 21s? And we were like, yeah, it's fine, but like it's not that big a deal, right? You know, it's cool. It's nice to win it. It's nice to win it, but I'm curious how many people will care today. And again, I'm not trying to be a hater because it is still a nice achievement. But it was a bit bizarre. So Sonny was just calling out the hypocrisy. Let's go, England under 21. This is the greatest moment of my life. Yeah, I should probably rename all of the streams going forward to call it England under 21 celebration. It was not lightning, it was in the hood. Possibly. That could explain why it went on for 2 hours. But yeah. We got to like 11:30 at night. And I was like, you know what? I don't know when this game is gonna restart. Hey Dawood, how you doing? Did you watch the end of the Chelsea game yesterday? I checked it. I checked it when I woke up. Apparently, there was a 2-hour delay. so it's it's a good thing I left at 11:30. Two hour delay would have been 1:30 a.m. But it turned out to be a pretty crazy game, I think, because I think Benfica equalized and then it went to extra time. But yeah, it's one of those things. England under 21 are the best, say Johnny. Although they were the best in the tournament yesterday. There were so there were quite bad thunderstorms, and that explains the 2-hour delay. I woke up thinking, you know what, it's probably going to be another 10 minutes, but then when I woke up, they said it was a 2-hour delay, and I was like, wow. I couldn't pull myself to watch it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I've not watched the highlights today, to be honest with you. I just checked the logistics of what happened in the morning, and I was like, oh, there was a 2-hour delay. Okay. But yeah, I don't blame you. Sunny asks, is Messi gonna play? Let's have a look. That's Mark Guehi. Give me a second. According to the British Broadcasting Corporation, he is playing. Messi and his mate are up front together, according to that. So Messi's playing, Suarez is playing, Busquets is playing. Looks like a pretty strong lineup there. Whereas if we go, speaking of strong lineups, if we go over to PSG, they got Douay Central, which is interesting. But okay, we'll get a look at Barcola today. I appreciate this isn't the most representative game. I swear Barcola was on the left and it's just switched. I don't know if I imagine that, but Barcola's one of those players that they kind of want to replace Diaz, and I'm like, he's fine, but is he all that? We'll get a look at him today. Again, this type of game isn't representative, and I think they've just kicked off on mine, but we'll have a look anyway. DB LFC, how you doing? Hope you're well. Can confirm that's a Florian Wirtz picture. I remember when you were speaking yesterday, I was like, is that James Milner? But you were like, no, it's Florian Wirtz. He says, according to sources, I am getting Guehi will wear number 6 for Liverpool. It would make sense, I guess. Centre-back's number. It's Thiago's old number, but yeah, it makes sense, right? Do you think that deal's definitely going to happen then? There's some news stories came out today that Crystal Palace want 45 to 50 million, and we're saying that's a bit too expensive, which I understand. But I think if you can get the price down, maybe around the 35 million pound mark, I think that's fair. And yeah, if he wants the number 6 shirt, that seems to make sense. I'm trying to think what other shirts are available. 1 is Alisson. 2 is Joe Gomez is 2. 3 is Endo. 4 is Van Dijk. 5 is Kanate. 6 is free. So yeah, Guehi could get 6. 7 is Diaz. 8 is Bosley. 9 is Nunes. 10 is McAllister. 11 is Salah. 12 I think is free. I think 12 is free because Joe Gomez used to have 12. And then he got number 2 instead. I think 13 is free. 14 Chiesa, which probably will be free. 15. Is 15 taken? I think 15 might be free. I think 16's free. 17 Jones. 18 I think is free. I think Minamino had it last. 19 I think is also free, but 20 is Jota. So this match has just kicked off. Let's set the timer for this. When I say just kicked off, Kicked off like 2 minutes ago. Oh, God. There we go. Sonny says, look, Messi is still playing against the literal best team in the world, i.e. UCL, and Penaldo is playing against plumbers in the cider league. I mean, that's a fair point, to be fair. Can't even deny that. He's playing the champions of Europe. Champions League winners. Let's see how he does. I appreciate this is a quote unquote friendly tournament, but I think both teams will still take it quite seriously. Maybe there's added impetus for Messi playing against his former team, but yeah, let's see what happens. DBLFC says, I think it will be done in the next 2 weeks. Fingers crossed. Because next 2 weeks, that will still be around the time of the first pre-season game, isn't it? Versus Kvaratskhelia running past the whole team. And then Barcola, the useless person, who I always say is useless, completely fluffs it up. What is this Barcola hype about? Right there, we saw the difference between Kvaratskhelia, who we should be getting, and Barcola, who again, he's like frozen pizza from the supermarket. It's fine, but it wouldn't be your first choice. When will the match start? Yeah, match is just started. Johnny says, ooh, the grandpa is playing. With all due respect, he is the greatest striker for Barcelona. Very true. I hope he does well. I hope he does well. 15 is free. Chamberlain had it last year. 15 is free. I think 16 is also free. Who's got 16? I don't think anyone's got number 16. 17, Curtis Jones. 18, I don't think anyone's got 18. I think Minamino had it last. And I think 19 is also free. Sadio Mane have it last. But yeah, 20 is Jota. Oh my God, you're right. How am I forgetting? How am I forgetting these? I'm remembering bloody old ones. Like 19 I had a slight feeling somebody had it. But yeah, 18 I was convinced. No one's got 18. Minamino had it last. PSG have just scored, but this discussion's more important. But yeah, of course, Gakpo. Yeah, Gakpo. I think that's João Neves. So in terms of the free numbers, then from 1 to 20, number 6 is free. Thiago used to have it. I think number 12 is free. Joe Gomez used to have it. 13 is free. My mind is saying Anthony Letalek used to have it, and he had it 20 years ago. And 15 possibly. Johnny suspects it was not lightning that stopped the game yesterday. Who knows? AM says, let me just update the score. Who was it that scored? Was it João Neves? Yeah. Oh. AM says, Nunes to Napoli off. I'm saying it. He stays. Oh, please don't stay. I really hope it does. I really hope it doesn't stay. No one will buy him unless there's 60 to 70, unless Saudi. I think you're right. I think no one's gonna pay crazy type of money for him. So let's hope they get a Saudi deal worked out. I don't think he'd go, but let's cross our fingers and hope so. Johnny predicts 18-0 for PSG. Well, you're along the right lines already. 1-0 up. Elliot's got 19. Elliot has number 19. I had a feeling with number 19 somebody had it, but I was like... But with 18, I was sure nobody had it. But then, of course, Gakpo. AM says, what player are you talking about? Oh, just to give you context, DB LFC was saying... he thinks Mark Guehi might get the number 6 shirt. So then we were saying, okay, yeah, possibility, because number 6 is is traditionally a centre-back number. But then just for fun, we were saying, okay, what other numbers are available? And we were like, okay, number 12's available, number 15's available, and I was like, 18's available as well. But clearly it isn't. Clearly it is not. DB LFC says Al Nassr are ready to pay 80 million for Diaz. I'll take that. I'd take less than that. To be honest, I would probably take 50, given how little time is left on his contract. But yeah, if Al Nassr want to pay 80, let's get on that. Fish says hi. How you doing, Fish? How is Fish life? Johnny says, how are you doing today, Mamacita? I don't know, am I like Mamacita? Because doesn't that mean like mom in Spanish? But I'm good, if that's what it means. DB LFC says, no chance Nunes stays. His story with Liverpool is over. Yeah, I think they've made their mind up. And I think, I don't think the club will come across as desperate in negotiations, because that's not their style. But I think they'll take whatever they can get at this point, even if it's 40. Like somebody must be willing to offer 40 million, right? Surely. Saidi won't accept Nunes. It depends. Surely one of the like smaller Saudi clubs should hopefully be willing to take that. Durwood has provided context, so it was indeed lightning and nothing else. Apparently it's protocol. I think Durwood was saying yesterday that if there's lightning, then they have to wait 30 minutes and then reassess it after that. But yeah, hopefully there's no lightning today. Hopefully this game runs. Sonny says it's going to be 8-2 for PSG. I mean, they're on top. They're definitely going to get another goal soon. AM says we aren't getting Guehi unless Palace asks for under 40. We've got no intention to pay 50 or 45. I'm with you. It's kind of what I was saying earlier, that for me, like, if you can get him around the 35 million pound mark, maybe a bit more, then do it. But they're saying today that they want like 45 to 50, and I think that's too much money. I think that's way too much money. Because I think when you start getting into the 45 to 50 million pound range, he then isn't necessarily a he feels less opportunistic at that price, because that price is significantly more. Johnny says 69, 66. No, it is 12. I mean, all of those numbers are free as far as I'm aware. Fish asks, is Mikel Merino the new Cesc Fabregas? No, Fabregas was amazing. I mean, maybe Merino could be if he continues to develop, but not at the moment. Sonny says Johnny likes a mamacita with a beard. Good for you, I guess. Good for me. Is that good for me or is that bad for me? I haven't quite decided yet. AM says we might get Hato instead. Possibility. I mean, what's one more Dutch player in a sea of Dutch players? Hato looks alright. Like, he looks okay. He doesn't look amazing, but at the same time, I appreciate he's quite young, and I appreciate he'd probably be quite cheap as well. So it would depend on the price. I mean, Hato for 50 million, that's too much, I think. But let's see what happens. Maureen says, you from Liverpool? Not in Liverpool, but not far away either. AM says, Napoli getting Lorenzo Luca. Advanced talks. Fab said that Nunes is off. Yeah, I think I saw something on that. I think yesterday. I'm hoping Liverpool will have something up their sleeves. and Nunes is going to go to, say, a Saudi club or maybe a Spanish club, like, because we've tried it for 3 years and we've tried it for 2 managers and it just hasn't worked. So I think at this point they should just try and kind of cut their losses. Even if he goes to, I don't know, a hypothetical team. Let's just pull out a hypothetical team, Schalke, Let's just pull out a hypothetical team. Even if he went to Schalke for like 30 million, I'd say yeah. Just do it. Just move on. Just move on. Just cut your losses and move on at this point. Because I don't think it's going to work. Johnny says, no, I don't have a Mamacita anymore. I hate Mamacita from now on. Wow. I'm slightly offended, but that's okay. Fish's top 10 hottest footballers list. I missed this yesterday. Number 1 is Robbie Lyle. Number 2 is Bob. Number 3 is Lewandowski. Number 4 is Daily Blind. Number 5 is Ohio. 6 is Hakan. 7 is and then Bob, and then whatever that last one is. Good to hear your top 10 hottest footballers list. I remember the first time you did this. I think you actually did do it quite seriously. You were like, okay, this player's number 1, this player's number 2. But that's okay. Free country and all that. Sonny says, speaking of the C's, if Dutch, do you think Van Dijk has surpassed Koeman as the best Dutch defender? Personally, I do. But I think Van Dijk's reputation in Netherlands isn't what it is in England. Like, he doesn't have as big a reputation there. Like, he gets criticised a lot by pundits and by, like, the Van der Vaarts of the world and so forth. So for me, he has. But I guess if you were to ask a Dutch person, they might give a different opinion. Johnny says Nunes is a great player. He is the GOAT. Do you want him at Barcelona? We can do you a cut price deal, Johnny. Like, we're asking 70, but since we like you, we will give him to you for 60. 60, we shake on it. Good deal. I mean, I won't be ridiculous and say, do you want to swap him for Yamal? But PSG just got the ball in the net again, but that's offside. DB LFC says Fabrizio never said Nunes' deal is off. He said they can't agree a fee, but he's still okay. That's a bit more encouraging. That's a bit more encouraging. Hopefully, there's just a bit more negotiation that can be done there, and then they can agree on a fee. And I don't want any of this. We'll loan him. Because I think if we loan him, we're just moving the problem to a later date. I would say just cash it now and kind of get whatever you can get. That's what I would say. Sonny says, okay, Johnny, you must prefer Penaldo. You must prefer Penaldo. Like, come on, tell me one time when Penaldo had a beard. I don't remember kind of Penaldo ever. Oh, you've got me calling him Penaldo now. But I don't remember a time that Penaldo had a beard. I think he's pretty much been clean shaven his entire life, as far as I remember. Johnny's top 10 hottest footballers list. 1 me, 2 me, 3 me, 4 to 10 me. Who else but me? Well, thank you. I appreciate the support. By me, did you mean me or did you mean you? Because that says me, so I think it means me. Johnny does not want Nunes. Here is the duality. But I thought Nunes was the GOAT. The duality of Johnny. 2 minutes apart. Nunes is a great player. He's the GOAT. I'm not. Okay, do you want him? We don't. DB LFC says that people that want to keep him, he's not good enough. He's not. We've given it 3 years. We've given it 2 managers. We've given it different systems. It's just not gonna work. I don't know if it's like a psychological thing or a physical thing or what it is, but I think at this point, I think to not sell him at this point would kind of be borderline negligent, if I'm honest. So I think just cash in. Not everything can work out, but just cash in, get what you can get, and move on. I think smartest thing to do. Sunny says the random Chinese guy named me must be very. I mean, if there is a person whose name physically is me, they would be on cloud 9 with this. I mean, equally, if somebody's initials are ME, are there any players whose initials are ME? That's the question. Whose surname ends in E? Endo? No, he's W. I mean, if you turn the Wataru, the W upside down, you get me. There must be somebody. I'm gonna Google it, see if I find anything. Ben me? Maybe you mean Ben me? These are the extent I'm going to. It's not giving me initials. Never mind. Johnny says, Sonny, whatever that says. Ethan says, why do you think no one's going in for Jonathan David? Yeah, it is a bit strange. I'd suspect he's already got a deal kind of worked out with somebody. You know what I mean? Like I'd suspect he's already had conversations with another team, and he's just waiting for that to kind of formalize, I would presume. DB LFC said, if Liverpool don't get Guehi in a Liverpool shirt, I will be shocked. Hato is not for sale confirmed. Yeah, I think Guehi is the more likely choice. I think naturally there'll be a bit of negotiation, a bit of back and forth. Is Guehi their captain as well? Is Guehi their captain? So I think there'll be a bit of kind of back and forth, but I think eventually they'll agree on a price. Jordan Harris says, does Cunha improve United? 100%. He's a good striker, clinical striker. Good shot on him. Good passer of the ball, physically quite good. 100%. Because if you think about it, like he's way better than Højlund, way better than Xerxes. So yeah, he does. I think he instantly improves them. Johnny says, I mean me, not any other me. It's me. I know. We're just winding you up. But the same was said about Anthony. Then he was loan, and you can't deny he was great for Betis. But can Nunes be given a loan spell and do great? Possibly. I mean, he could do. He could do. But like, I think Nunes has been given a lot more time than Anthony ever was. Nunes was given a starting spot when Anthony never was. And like just watching Liverpool games, the amount of like easy chances Nunes would have, open goals, and he'd still hit it wide. I think at that point we just have to cut their losses. I hope for his sake he does do well. But I think he probably needs a change of scenery as well. Durwood says, what about Ben Mee? So to provide context, Johnny said the top 10 hottest players are me. So then we said, okay, are there any players whose initials are ME? So that's who Johnny's referring to on his list. But I couldn't find any, so I said, okay, let's pretend Johnny means Ben Mee. Yeah, we know you are actually just talking about yourself, which is fine. DBLFC said yes, Palace must sell him this summer. He has a desire to join Liverpool and won't renew. Yeah, that's the risk, I guess. I guess that's the risk. In that if they don't sell him, they're going to lose him for free next year. And you'd presume that's why the price is a bit lower than kind of what typically would be. So the ball to a certain degree is not in Crystal Palace's court. It's like a ticking clock. If they leave it for too long, he'll just leave for nothing, and then they'll have no money to reinvest. Sonny says yeah, Cunha will take United from 15 to 12, which is something to be happy about. Yeah, that'd be like a 10% increase. Jordan says, how long will it be before United realistically challenge for the league? Join it in like decades, or it won't be anytime soon. Trust me. The gap between, not even to Liverpool, the gap to kind of teams like Aston Villa is kind of gigantic. The other kind of concern is Amarim's playing this weird 3-2-2 3 formation, if you think about it. I'm not convinced that's going to work either. I think it'll be a significant amount of time. It won't be next season. It won't be anytime soon, I don't think. But from a positive perspective, what you can say is that their signings are a bit more intelligent this year. Because in the past, they'd always go for the Hollywood name. So they'd always go for Sancho, or they'd always go for Rafael Varane, or they'll always go for Casemiro, or they'll get Falcao, or they'll get Ibrahimovic. They'd always go for the Hollywood name. They're not doing that now. They're picking. They're getting kind of lower level, and this is a good thing. They're getting like lower Premier League players and trying to make them take the step up. So they're not buying ready-made. They're buying just on the cusp of ready-made. So I think what they're doing is smart, because that's how Liverpool operated to a certain degree. You know, Sadio Mane was on the cusp of getting there, so they bought him. Gini Wijnaldum was on the cusp of getting there, so he got him. So yeah, I think they're moving in the right direction, but I think it'll still be a while. Johnny says Anthony is the goal. Nunes doesn't come close. Fair enough. Yeah, I think Liverpool just need to move on from Nunes. DB LFC's provide a bit more context. A good 10 years, you're not in the situation to even win a Carabao right now. Yeah. I mean, maybe kind of goals like that are a bit more realistic. Like maybe like win a domestic cup. Get top half of the table. Like if Man United get top half of the table next season, is that a good achievement, or is that not good enough? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm still not convinced this Amorim system's gonna work, because he only puts like 2 players in midfield. I don't think that works. I don't think that works in the Premier League, because in the Premier League the players are like, the midfielders in particular are strong and fast, and it's like if you've only got 2, the other teams have at least got 3. And if the other teams are playing box midfields, so if the other teams are inverting a fullback, the other teams have got 4 midfielders. And it's like, how can Kobbie Mainoo cope with that? How can Casemiro cope with that? So I think the system's a bit weird. Johnny says, it's so hot, not the weather, I mean her. But who is the her? That is the question. 20 years past, they're on the Arsenal special package. Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. The other side of the coin is all the background noise as well about Ineos and the owners and like sacking the staff. That doesn't help either. Johnny with a few emotes there. You've got the Earth twice. You've got Gerard twice. You've got that person who I don't know who that is. Goal, and then a ball and a yellow card. Very nice. Sonny says, just remember Pogba for United, in my opinion, the most overrated player of all time, because everyone's a Ballon d'Or contender on their day, but no consistency. Yeah, He was another one. And again, he was another Hollywood signing. We were talking earlier about how they kept targeting Hollywood signings. The good thing for them is that they're not doing it. They're not doing that anymore. Shawnee says, opinions on Konate contract situation. Yeah. I'm a bit torn. I'm a bit torn on this. Like part of me is thinking, let's try and sort it out this year. Let's just put the best contract on the table, and if he doesn't want to sign it, sell him to PSG, because I don't want to go through the whole will he, won't he dance again next season that we did with Trent this year. On the flip side, quite a few changes are already happening to the defence. So there's a new right back, there's a new left back, there's going to be a new third choice centre back. Do we also want to change another defensive position in Konate? I don't know. I see both sides, but ultimately, like, it also depends who's available on the market. I think, let's say you get 50 million for Konate this year. Can you replace him for 50 million? Or not even 50. Can you put 50 million towards the budget and replace him for 100, if you know what I mean? Like, who else is available to replace him? If there is someone available, then yeah, do it. If there isn't anyone available, then perhaps ride your luck. Under the Floodlights, there's PSG versus Miami is like watching a bullying session. Yeah, PSG are clearly on top here. It's just one PSG attack after another, isn't it? I'm surprised it's only 1-0. I had some predictions of 8-0. Had some predictions of 8-0. Let's see how it goes. Dawood says, Johnny just said Nunes was the GOAT. Yeah, he did say he was the GOAT. And then I said, okay, do you wanna take him at Barcelona? And he said, absolutely not. Maybe a change of heart on Nunes there. Johnny loves Rhea Ripley. Is that a wrestler? Pineapple is a crime. As in pineapple by itself. Pineapple by itself is nice. Pineapple's good. Pineapple on pizza is a crime. And pineapple with cheese is a crime. But pineapple on itself, pineapple's good. Wednesday says, is Andy Robertson likely to leave this summer? It looked like he was going to leave earlier, but now it looks like he's going to stay. I think Atletico Madrid were interested in him, but they've set their sights elsewhere now. So it looks like he's going to stay now. So dehydration is very hard today. But yeah, I reckon he's going to stay now. Although last week it looked certain he was going to leave. Johnny says, only player who can play in a two-man midfield is Kante. Yeah. Because Kante had the energy and Kante also had the strength and also had the work rate. A lot of players these days, unfortunately, don't have that. Under the Floodlights has not seen Messi get into a jog for a few years. Yeah. I think he's at that age now where he just kind of I don't want to say kind of goal hangs, but just kind of keeps his running down to a minimum. How old is he now? Is he like 34 or something? $38? Oh wow, he's 38. Damn. Okay, I'll let him off. I'll let him off for not running if he's 38. Yeah, I guess he then turned 38 a few days ago. Elliot is so underrated, says Alan. Yeah, he is. I do think he's going to leave this season, But I think his performances in the under 21s should increase his price at the very least. So we should get a bit more money. Johnny says Nunes is the GOAT for Liverpool. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's the beauty of life. Everyone can have different opinions. Wirtz Kerkez says pineapple on pizza is underrated. No, it's wrong. To be fair, I've never had it. So I can't really commentate. But once I accidentally ate this like cheese thing. I had pineapple in it, and it was, I'll be honest, the first bite I was like, you know what, this isn't so bad. But then the second and the third and the fourth bite, I was like, this is disgusting. I threw it away. Yeah, I don't know if I'd try it, because you have to buy like a whole pizza, right? Or at the very least, you can do a half and half. But even then, if it's disgusting, you ain't gonna want that half. But yeah, not for me. Johnny says, people say pineapple on pizza is a crime. I think corn on a pizza is a bigger crime. No, that's okay. That could work. Sweet corn on a pizza is okay. Because sweet corn, even though it's got sweet in the name, is not super sweet. It can be okay. I reckon. Ooh, Dembele through here. Not Dembele, because he's on the bench. But it's got saved. But I think sweet corn on a pizza, if the other ingredients are quite spicy, it can balance it out quite nicely. Wirtz Kerkez says Elliot should be in the England senior squad. He's a very good player, Elliot. And I think he's levels above the under 21s as he showed in the tournament. He'd score like every 5 seconds. But I think unfortunately for Elliot, England are just stacked in that position. They got Cole Palmer, they got Jude Bellingham, they got Phil Foden. Makes it a bit tricky for him. Jamal says Messi or Pessi is 38 or 39. Yeah, 38 apparently, older than I thought. What about Park Ji-sung? He had the lungs to go all day. I thought there was going to be like a pun in there. Like I thought you were going to call him Park Ji-lung. But he did. If you compare fitness with him and Ronaldo, it's different leagues. Yeah, Ronaldo treats his body like a temple. Like doesn't drink fizzy drinks, only drinks water, exercises for 25 hours a day, which is pretty crazy. Strict diet, strict exercise. You gotta respect that. I think to a certain degree. 2-man midfield, Kante and Park Ji-sung. That could work. Something like that could work. A lot of energy. Real Scouser says hello again. How you doing, Real Scouser? Hope you're well. Hope you had a nice evening yesterday. What? Durwood says 100% agree. Pineapple on pizza is so good. Oh god, no. Like sweet corn on pizza, fine. But again, I've never tried it. I accidentally had this cheese thing once. I had pineapple in it and it was horrible, but yeah, not for me. But that I can agree with. Sweet corn on pizza can be good. If there's also like chicken on there, or if there's something else on there, it can work quite well. Johnny predicts 18-0. Well, there's only 17 more goals to go. My opinion, Elliot greater than Palmer. Do you reckon? I'll be honest, I quite like Cole Palmer. Elliot's good. I don't know if I'd put him better than Palmer. But I guess we'll find out, because I think I do think Elliot's going to move on this summer, and then when he moves on, he'll probably get first team football somewhere. Let's pretend it's Dortmund or Brighton or somewhere. And then if he's playing week in, week out, hopefully then he gets an England corner. Was there... Oh, I thought there was a free kick, but it's a corner. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll find this out next year. Suggestion here from Durwood: get a frozen cheese pizza, add pineapple on a few slices. This way you aren't wasting it if you don't like it. True. What I will actually do is get a frozen pizza, add pineapple onto one slice and see if that's okay. And then if it's disgusting, I'll just eat the pizza on its own, and then have the pineapple for dessert separately. Pineapple, but a lot of people are quite intent on it being a magic combination. Keza says LeBron is the best athlete in the world. He's definitely up there. Milos Kerkez, Kante, Rodri, Park Ji Sung. Imagine. I am imagining that, and my mind is getting quite tired imagining them because they're just running around. Dot says, do you think Isak will join? Probably not. Got a feeling he might join next year when he'll only have 2 years of a contract left. But yeah, I'd say probably not, but you never know. I said probably not about Florian Wirtz as well. Oh, this must be 2-0. It is 2-0. Is it Vitinha again? So 2-0. So we're only 16 goals away now from Johnny's prediction. Johnny says, favorite player between Eden Hazard or Neymar? Neither. This might sound a bit weird, but like I never have favorite players that never played for my team. That's just the weird type of guy that I am. And if compare legacy between Messi and Ronaldo, it's different leagues too, yeah. 3+ Ballon d'Or and a World Cup, can't argue with that. The only player with 1,250. I mean, just looking at that right there, that is insane. Milos Kerkez's prediction is PSG 7-1. So we've got a 7-1 from Milos Kerkez. I think Johnny earlier predicted 18-0. Durwood says, Milos Kerkez is my new best friend. Yeah. Uniting over pineapple and pizza, it seems. I tell you what is nice. And I had this in New York. Buffalo chicken pizza. That's some good stuff. Buffalo chicken's one of my favorite things. And then I saw in New York they were selling buffalo chicken pizza. And the first time I looked at it, I thought, that's going to be horrible. Like, why? Like, I'm not sure that combination would work. And then on one of my last days there, I was like, you know what? I'll just try it. Probably not going to be here anytime soon again. And I tried it and it was amazing. So yeah, buffalo chicken pizza. We need more of that in England. It seems to be everywhere in the US, but we haven't caught on to that yet. So that is good. Milos Kerkez's choice of pizza is chicken, sweet corn, mushroom pizza. I was with you with the chicken and sweet corn. Mushrooms okay. I would perhaps swap the mushroom for beef or something, and I think then you're onto a winner. Milos Kerkez says, I'd rather have the current Peter Crouch as our striker over Nunes. That is funny because I went to watch the Liverpool Legends game like a few months ago. Like I went to watch it at Anfield, and Peter Crouch scored twice, and one of them was like a really good header. And everyone was saying, yeah, Peter Crouch, he's amazing. So I think that's a fair statement. Osimhen linked to us, player swap Nunes. So Nunes plus Chiesa gets Osimhen. I really like Osimhen as a player. My only concern is, would he also disappear for the African Cup of Nations alongside Salah? So for us to lose two players in the same month, it would be quite concerning. Cavani or Forland? Can I say Suarez? Because he's Uruguayan. Milos Kerkez says Ronaldo greater than Pessi. I'm sure Sonny will love that. What's a weird combination that you like? What, from a pizza perspective? I don't think I like anything that weird. Oh, from a pizza perspective. To be honest, when I get pizza, I typically just get, and again, it depends, but like, okay, tuna and sweet corn on a pizza, that's nice. That'd be controversial because a lot of people don't like tuna, and a lot of people don't like tuna on a pizza. But I think tuna and sweet corn on a pizza, that's good. But yeah, my first choice is like basically all the meats. All the meats and basically one vegetable perhaps. Durwood says Aldi has a really good buffalo chicken pizza. I think that must be US Aldi. I've never seen that in the UK, and now you've got me quite concerned that I've never seen that. Like, what's going on? I'm like, wait, what? Aldi do a buffalo chicken pizza? I think it must be something that hasn't made its way over yet. Because I go to like Aldi once a week and I've never seen a buffalo chicken pizza. But to be fair, I've noticed like I go traveling like quite a lot, and they always stock like different stuff. Like even though it's Aldi, like the Aldi in Paris had different stuff to the Aldi in UK, which probably would have had different stuff to the Aldi in US. Aldi in Germany was very good. I'll have to keep an eye out. I might have to send them an email to say bring it over to the UK. Johnny says you hit 100 followers on Twitch. Yeah, I noticed that yesterday. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Appreciate the support. Sweet corn, mashed gravy. I love that together. Yeah, that could work. I'll be honest, I've never been a huge gravy type of guy. But yeah, sweet corn and mash. Sweet corn and mash. And if you add like a bit of cheese into there, you'll be good. You'll be good for the day, I think. Sonny disagrees, and he says Messi is greater than someone who became a YouTuber, aka Pinaldo. Fair enough. Durwood says it's one of the Aldi finds things. Okay, that must be like a specific like range that they have. We don't have that here. We have Aldi specially selected. But yeah, it must be a US specific thing. I have noticed that, like in all the countries, like there are some products that are similar, but then some products are specific to regions. But yeah, like even in all the supermarkets, like I've never seen like buffalo chicken pizza in the UK. And even like when I order pizza from the shops, I've never seen buffalo chicken pizza, which is why when I went to New York, I was like, buffalo chicken pizza? I've never seen that before. And I tried it and it was really good. Milos Kerkez says, never scored a brace for PSG. Yeah. God, it's 3. I didn't even notice it's 3. I was too busy Googling on the Aldi website looking for buffalo chicken pizza. Milos Kerkez says Ronaldo's greater than Pessi. Fair enough. Johnny says Milos is rage baiting. I think that might be just Milos's opinion. Aldi is mid. Aldi's pretty good. Lidl is mid. I'm not a huge fan of Lidl, but I think Aldi is quite good. Milos Kerkez says, are you getting FC26? If so, what is your first save going to be? Probably not, to be honest. The last one, I've not bought like any of the FCs. The last one I think I got was like FIFA 23 or something. I've got like a long backlog of games to play. I'm currently playing through Silent Hill 2. I need to finish that first. I might get it if I'm bored. You know what I mean? Like if I'm bored and there's no other games at the moment and I want to try it. Oh, is that 4? Dang, man, it's 4. We might actually get the 18-0. But yeah, playing through Silent Hill 2 at the moment. I just finished the Claire Obscure. That was amazing. It was so good. I'd recommend that to everyone, man. Claire Obscure. But yeah, Silent Hill 2 is next. But yeah, with respect to FC, if I'm bored next year and there's nothing to play, I might get it then. Yeah, 4-0 now. Guehi says the remake, beautiful game. Yeah, the remake. I've never played the original Silent Hill. Or the original Silent Hill 2, rather. But I like horror games, you know. I like Resident Evils. I like Tormented Souls, which is another horror game. But yeah, where am I at the moment in Silent Hill? I'm in the hospital. I've completed the first building. I've fought the Pyramid Head guy. And now I'm in the hospital. There's like a hand in the hospital, and I've got to get wristbands to put on the hand, and it looks like when I put the wristbands on, a key will open. But yeah, that's Silent Hill. There's more puzzles than I expected. So it's not really a game to relax, because it requires a lot of brain power to figure out what to do. But it's fun. I like it. I enjoy it. A High 7 says, I made a fake screenshot of the Google score, PSG 7-0. It definitely might happen, you know. We're 4-0 there. 4-0 there already. Mr. Default says, Wirtz is going to flop. I guess we'll find out. This season. Johnny says, do you like peach iced tea? I love it. I've never had it. I don't think I've had it. Like, is it that good? Am I missing out? Should I give it a go? Is it the one you get in the bottle in like Lipton's iced tea? That one. I don't think I've ever had it. Wirtz Kerkez says, you look like Mo Salah. Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm surprised people are not saying Alisson, given this is the goalkeeper kit. But yeah, Mo Salah is good enough. I get Mo Salah every single day. Sometimes people say you look like. I had Nick Grimshaw yesterday, and I was like, I do not look like Nick Grimshaw. But yeah, Mo Salah is the most common one I get. Johnny says, I told you 18-0. You might be right, to be fair. You might be right. You are just under a quarter of the way there. You know what? Even if it's not 18-0, even if it's like 10-0, I'll be like Johnny was right. You know what I mean? Like if they hit double figures, I'll be like, that's good enough. That's good enough for me to say you were correct. High 7 says, I made a fake screenshot at 1-0 to my friend. And I made it PSG 7-0, and it might actually happen. Yeah. I think in 45 minutes you might not need a fake screenshot. You can just send the real one. Ayla says, do you know Galatasaray? Yeah, Galatasaray, Turkish team. You got Osimhen at the moment. Is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain? Is he still there at Galatasaray? Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oh shit, that's Besiktas. Oh. I shouldn't make that mistake. But yeah, I'm aware of Galatasaray. Very good team from Turkey. Sonny says, Messi's better than a certain player whose career was always behind the GOAT, aka Pinaldo. Go win 2 more European Golden Shoe, 3 more Ballon d'Or, and a World Cup. Then we will talk. Strong words. Who do you think would win in a 1-on-1 scrap? Pacho or Konate? Oh, Konate. Easily Konate. Konate could get in a 1-on-1 scrap with Usyk, and I'd still favour Konate. Thank you. I always say, yeah, I'm good on the timer now. Yeah. But clearly not. We will set it back to 45 minutes. Fantastic. Wirtz Kerkez says Ronaldo has more goals than Messi. True. High 7 says Ronaldo's lack of trophies are based on the team that he's in. So if Ronaldo played for France, he'd have 2006, 2018, 2022 World Cup. Very true, to be fair. Imagine if Ronaldo went to Inter Miami instead of Almaz. Yeah, I mean, I guess they'd have a front three, right? Would they have a front three of Ronaldo, Messi, and Suarez? Even though they're all older, you'd think that would be like the best front three ever. Again, I know they're older, not in their prime, so it's not as good as it would have been, but you know what I mean. High 7 says Ramos has 1 Euro and 1 more World Cup than Ronaldo, so he's better. Suarez needs to hang up. Suarez is never gonna hang up his boots. He needs to, yes, but they're just replaying the goals. Yeah, I wonder how long Suarez can go for. High 7 says Pele has 3 more World Cups than Ronaldo, so Pele is better than Ronaldo too. Johnny says Messi has more assists and more dribbles, and I'm your dad. And if Messi played for Brazil or Germany, he'd have a World Cup already. True. That is true. Name an underrated striker in the world. Can be any league. Maybe Retegi. Retegi's pretty good. I don't think. Yeah, I'd probably go for him. I don't think Gyökeres is underrated. I don't think Ekitike is underrated. Maybe someone like Mateta. I think Mateta's I don't think Mateta's world class, but I think Mateta's a decent, solid striker. Sunny says Ramos doesn't have 8 Ballon d'Ors and 6 golden shoes, so try again. Suarez and Messi should hang their boots. Oh, let's hope you don't do the second part, but yeah, I mean, I wonder how long they're going to continue to play for. Durwood says Penaldo has played almost 200 more games than Messi. It's only about 60-ish goal difference. Interesting point. Number of goals played. Hutchinson was good the other night. Which Hutchinson was that specifically? Is that as in what's his name? Amari Hutchinson? Yeah. Suarez is a grandpa but a legend, and I'm your dad's dad. I thought you were my dad. So are you my dad and also my dad's dad? What's gone on there? It's a bit... It doesn't sound quite legal. Milos Kerkez says Ronaldo is so clear of Messi. But Sonny says, okay, first of all, Pele is better than Pinaldo. He has 3 world and a legacy that no one can touch. Heck, I can. Pele greater than Messi? Yeah, Amari Hutchinson. High 7 says Pele won 2 more World Cups. So far, he's superior than Messi. Milos Kerkez says Pele greater than Ronaldo, greater than Messi. Interesting. Sunny says, in what way, Milos Kerkez, asides goals? So I think based on that, Milos Kerkez, our left back, is saying Pele and Ronaldo are combined in first place. 3 is Messi, and 4 is Maradona. Whereas Johnny says Messi's balls are better than Pupinaldo. I wouldn't mind a bit of Pepsi right now, man. Can't lie. It's far too hot. What's the temperature? It's 26 degrees, man. Instead, I haven't got Pepsi, I've only got water. Messi has Pepsi, Ronaldo got water, aka agua, as he calls it. Sonny says, because it's not like Messi is 200 goals behind Pinaldo. And didn't Pinaldo used to play as a midfielder? Where is his PFA most assist provider? It was ifs, but my point still stands. He's a better goal scorer in ratio, a better passer, and probably the greatest of all time. High 7 says, if Messi's the GOAT, he wouldn't be losing 4-0 right now. I take the point. But again, the pushback would perhaps be he's playing in a weaker team, and so forth. Johnny says that Pupinaldo is a striker and Messi is a playmaker. I hear ya. Wonder what Messi is thinking at half time. He's thinking, please don't get this game called off as well. Hopefully there's no more bad weather today. High 7 says Messi will score 7 goals. Oh, would that be a 7-4 final result and win? Certainly possible. Certainly possible. What's happening? It looks like Partey is going to be off. Thomas Partey to leave Arsenal when his contract ends tomorrow. So they're probably going to replace Partey with Zubimendi. Again, nothing's really moved with any of the big stories. That kit looks pretty nice. As does the green one. Sonny says, you really think that the single match defines a player's legacy? What is this comparison? Messi scored a brace in the World Cup. Why didn't you say this when he won the World Cup? I hear ya. Messi plays for a club in America. We call it soccer here. Can't compare based on this game, but at least Messi made it. Fair point. Olivia Giroud passed away. Well, that's very sad news, isn't it? Average Penaldog fans can't give anything besides goals to defend their goat. Johnny says, Penaldo is a crybaby. Go cry in And users like, what? Giroud passed away? And High 7 was like, he didn't. I figured he didn't. Which is why I was like, oh, that's sad news, isn't it? I mean, at least you're honest after the first attempt. This stadium's massive, to be fair. It's got like 3 layers to it. Braldo is coming on. Marquinhos is off. Ruiz is off. Beraldo is on. And Zaire Emery is on. User says, random question, why didn't the 0709 team win trophies under Rafa? We had a good squad. Yeah, I think we were almost there. I think we perhaps needed one more kind of piece to the puzzle at the time. Because we had Mascherano, had Sissoko, had Alonso, had Gerrard, had Torres, I think, around then. I mean, that was perhaps the closest we got. And then when Alonso left and Aquilani came in, it just kind of went south from there onwards. But yeah, I think we were maybe one player away. I mean, some people were saying that getting rid of Robbie Keane in January was silly, and if they would have kept him, maybe they would have won a big trophy at the end. But it is a bit peculiar, but equally like. We've won all the big trophies since then, so it's all good, I guess. Second half has started. We will reset the timer. High 7 says Ronaldo is tall, strong man, and his aura is unmatched, and he also smells really good. Oh, it would appear the last part there is perhaps the most important. Johnny says, say Pupanaldo is your mom, because he is. Pupanaldo is my mom. I haven't been defending him, so I presume that's to someone else. Literally could have won 3 European Cups in a row under Rafa. He was a bit more attacking. 07, 08, 09. I think there was was 07 the second final against Milan, and that was the one that we lost, right? Yeah, I think we were maybe kind of one player away, but we never quite got that one player. Harry says, hello, how are you? I am absolutely baking, mate. Absolutely baking in the heat to the point where I've got my little fan on. Not looking forward to 31 tomorrow. Is it still 31? Or is it a bit less now? Yeah, not looking forward to 30 degrees tomorrow. But the good thing is, from Wednesday, it's going to start getting cooler. So just a few more days of this nonsense. Heat. But other than that, all good. How are you? Johnny says, I wonder why Ronaldo fans didn't mention 5 Champions League. Come on into Miami. Do something in your wonderful pink kit that you have. Oh God. Who was that? Oh, Suarez. Suarez was right next to the goal, but he just kind of miskicked it. And the goalkeeper picked it up. Harry says, I'm boiling as well, but all right, thanks. I'm out shopping tomorrow, so I hope the shops are cold. Yeah, fingers crossed. Most of them have air conditioning. There's nothing better than when it's hot and then you just go in a supermarket and just stand next to the fridge. I've done that a few times. People do look at you weird, but I hope they understand what I'm doing. Sonny says, Ronaldo fans know there is no point of debating trophies with the guy with the most trophies in the football world. Fair point. Grandpa missed. He did. I mean, missed the ball to a certain degree. It's like it was a weird shot. High 7 says, "Me belly, I laugh so hard." Still 4-0, but Inter Miami are coming back into it to a certain degree. Ooh, nice pass by Messi there. It goes over. Ronaldo is the only GOAT who doesn't need a World Cup to be a GOAT. People has torn ACL, but Suarez has two missing ACLs. He's certainly playing like that. Messi is the GOAT, so he will score 6 goals and beat PSG. Or maybe 5. Maybe he doesn't quite need 6. Hopefully 5 will do it. There's a corner here. High 7 says, is Desiree Doué playing? He is. You almost feel like they're just kind of passing the ball to Messi. Like, it feels a bit like pass it to Messi and he'll do something. As weird as that is, it feels like one of those. High Seven says, of course they are passing to Messi. He's the best ever, right? Yeah, but it's making them a bit predictable, I think. Sonny says, then I'm sorry. Penaldo will never be on the same table as Messi, Maradona and Pele. What will he bring? His Nations League to a table full of World Cup? Be ashamed, Penaldo. I'm sure he is ashamed at this point. Johnny says, it's the silly people who say Penaldo is the GOAT because he's not the GOAT. Inter Miami on the counter here. PSG very slow to get back. Almost disrespectively slow to get back. Shaq says Vic and Tez Ilias combined. I don't know who that is, but I'm happy to agree with it. Yeah, Barcola is kind of central at the moment. Guehi's on the right. Kvaratskhelia on the left. High Seven says, without Ronaldo, Portugal are nothing. But with Ronaldo, they have played 4 finals and are the favourites for the World Cup. Now, is that the difference that Ronaldo makes? Johnny says, come on, we need 14 more goals. To be fair, even if they get 6 more goals, that would still be impressive. Oh, there's Guehi. Are they going to get another one? They're not. Ronaldo single-handedly transformed Portugal team and undecided team. He did. I guess the concern is now, like, is he like, I would say like, should he still be starting? But the flip side is, like, who else is there? Jota's form is terrible. So you might as well just play Ronaldo. Johnny with the with the glasses emote, very nice. Sonny says, give him the without Ronaldo, Portugal is nothing Ballon d'Or just for that. They might need to create one. Can't lie. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Nah. I don't know if there's going to be another goal in this game. It suddenly turned into quite the cagey affair. Johnny says, bro can't even win the Saudi League. Saad says, do you watch cricket? Nope. I have watched. I mean, I've been to one cricket match. Edgbaston. I think it was India versus Pakistan. But I've been to one match, but I wouldn't say I watch cricket as such. Just football, UFC, boxing. And with Messi, Barcelona has won 4 Champions League. Argentina won 2 Copa America and 1 World Cup. So yeah, don't give me this bull. Portugal will exist even after Pinaldo gone. Same with Argentina, but who gave more to the nation? I think that's a fair point. The referees put like sellotape on their microphone. I find that so weird. They sellotape the microphone to the face. That would just tear your beard off, surely. Saad says, why Pakistani? From what I recall, like my friend had tickets, and he was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "All right." I don't know about I don't know much about cricket, but yeah, let's go. Messi should have won at least 4 Copa Americas by now, said High 7. At least 4. Oof. Yeah, Inter Miami are like defending a lot more now than they were in the first half. High 7 says he lost 2 Copa America finals, which is crazy. Saad says, did you watch UFC? Not the whole thing. I did watch the highlights of the Topuria versus Oliveira fight. Exactly what I thought would happen is what happened. But again, it to be fair, it didn't take a genius to figure out that was what was going to happen. But I haven't seen any of the other fights. I know Paulo Costa was on the card, but I think he got injured. There was another fight that I wanted to see, but I haven't seen it. But yeah, only seen the Oliveira Topuria fight. Johnny says, okay, Umar's being annoyed. Let's end it. Messi is the goat, pooping out those the poop. It's all good. Hamza says, why did Chelsea get in ahead of Liverpool? In what context? Oh really? Didn't you see Pinaldo losing every World Cup stage? Oh, Dembele's coming on. Fantastic. Let's see if Dembele can inject a bit of life into this. Oh my god, really? Adverts during the game? Is that really necessary? So Neves is off. Dembele is on. Oh, Club World Cup. It's some weird rule. It kind of goes back a few years. But to be honest, I'm kind of glad that they did, because I'd rather kind of Liverpool squad use this period to get a bit of rest. Like these players playing in the Club World Cup, they're not going to get any recovery time. Well, they're going to get very little recovery time, and they're going to be exhausted by the time next season starts. Sonny says, at least he's dragged his country to 4 Copa America and 2 World Cup final. What Pinaldo did in 2016 Euro, beside getting injured and screaming, "I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world." Oh, here's Messi. Not bad. Skipped past two players, but it was saved by Donnarumma. Hi Seven is also a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life is plastic. It's fantastic. Wednesday said, growing up is realizing in terms of technical ability, Maradona is closer to Messi than CR7. So what would your ranking be, Wednesday, in terms of technical ability? Would you say Maradona 1, Messi 2, CR7 3, or have I got that the wrong way around? Johnny says, do you know about the Sydney soap? Yeah. Is there something like with her like made from like bathwater or something? Is that real? I don't know if that was a real story or not, but I did see something on that. High 7 says the greatest footballer can't score one goal in this game. What is this? Okay, Messi, Maradona, CR7. So Sonny's got a bit of support there. I'm staying impartial, but Sonny has some support from Wednesday. So Messi, is that Pingu in your picture? Why is Pingu? Is that Pingu? I can't really see. But Messi, Maradona, and CR7. Like I've not like thought about or seen Pingu in like 30 years, and the thing is, I'm on my desktop, so like the pictures are very small, and I was just looking at it, and I was like, "Is that Pingu?" Pingu used to traumatize me as a child. I don't know why. It was the way it talked, and the way it used to kind of walk around. I used to find it a bit unsettling. I can't lie. Sonny says, of course he is. You don't become a Pinaldo fanboy unless you're a Barbie girl like Pinaldo. And what did Pinaldo scored in 2016? Nothing from what I remember. You're a Barbie girl living in the Pinaldo world. Pingu is Kingu. Newt. Yeah, it was, and the way he used to walk with like its hands. Okay, is Pingu like male or female, or was it never discussed? I don't know that. That's point number one. I used to walk like with his arms to its side, like this. It was so weird. What did Pinaldo score in the 2016? Nothing from what I recall. Johnny says, you were a child. You are so old. Yes, well, at one time I was. A very long time ago. His greatest moments were when he went completely missing. Come on, PSG, give us a goal. Oh, God. We had so many goals in quick succession, and now this game has kind of slowed down to a certain degree. Can't lie. Runner Man Steve, how you doing? Says goat chat aside, thankfully. Loved watching David Ginola, Gabriel Batistuta, and Adriano when I was younger. Yeah, top players. They were perhaps didn't quite get the publicity that they deserved, but yeah, they were very fun to watch. Batistuta was on was it like Gazzetta Football Italia that used to come on Channel 4? Channel 4 at like 10 o'clock on a Sunday. And he used to be on there, from what I recall. Yeah, Adriano, good player. Ginola, yeah. Nobby Solano as well. I think he was Peruvian and he played for Newcastle and he was number 4, which I find a bit peculiar for an attacking player. But yeah, he was great. Yeah, players. It's funny. Like these players were great, but like to a certain degree, you kind of forget about them, which is a bad thing. But it's good to be reminded of them. Be like, oh yeah, Solano. Yeah, Solano was great. Even players like Gianfranco Zola, David Ginola, as you've mentioned there. They were all really fun. All really fun to watch. Ronaman Steve says, showing my age, to be honest, and I'm also showing my age by agreeing with you. I'm like, ah, yes, I remember watching young Gabriel in Syria on Channel 4 back when there were only 4 channels, not even 5 channels. There were only 4 channels at the time. Johnny says, I think Rhea Ripley is a 10 out of 10. This is like a professional wrestler, I believe. Is that WWE or is that AEW? I might have to Google. Demi Bennett is an Australian professional wrestler signed to WWE under the ring name Rhea Ripley. Interesting. High 7 says England win World Cup after a dramatic penalty shootout with Italy. Is that your prediction for what's going to happen in the next World Cup? I feel like these 4 goals came in kind of very quick succession. But since then, both teams have been quite cagey, if I'm honest. Inter Miami are now defending a lot deeper, and it's like, now you're defending once you've gone 4-0 down. Johnny says that England not going to win anything. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm not convinced Thomas Tuchel was the right appointment, to be honest. Sonny says, I don't care about Rhea Ripley, overrated. Rather watch a old Phil Brooks. Who's Phil Brooks? Phil Brooks. CM Punk. A High 7 says England keep falling short. They do. I appreciate they were a bit too defensive under Southgate, but Tuchel in many ways is even more defensive. But let's see what happens, I guess. I don't even know what that is. That emoji. I know that's me, but like, what am I doing? I don't know what that is. But fair enough. $20 minutes to go. It looks like there might be one more goal maximum, but I don't anticipate. I don't anticipate the goal rush that we perhaps all predicted at the start. Leading in World Cup semi-finals 2018. Leading in the Euro final. Even on penalties, still losing. Yeah, it's probably a curse at this point. It's a shame because they have like so many attacking players, but I feel like the attack is a lot better than the defense, but the emphasis always seems to be on the defense. Johnny says, Sonny, what is it Rhea or Rhea? What is Rhea Ripley's ratings for you by looks? Important question there. Important question for Sonny. I presume this is out of 10. Tuchel is better than Poch, says Durwood. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Poch is one of those managers where I've never really understood the fascination. Like every club he's at seems to underperform. And then eventually he seems to spontaneously combust and then leave. But then because he's got some sort of reputation for some reason, he always gets jobs. Some people wanted Pochettino for Liverpool, and I was like, absolutely not. Sonny says, England have already proven their masterclass against Senegal. Was it 3-1? Oh yeah, it was 3-1, wasn't it? I thought it was 2-1. But yeah, that's not a good sign. I can't lie. Johnny made it. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was thinking that hand, I don't recognize that hand. What's that about? But yeah, if you made it, that makes sense. Then in 2022, England was strong, wasted chance, and 2024, another final loss. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And also with like Harry Kane getting older and older, that doesn't help, to be fair. Sonny says, give Harry Kane to Senegal. Then both England can Euros and Senegal can win AFCON just like Spurs did. Right. So you think it's the Harry Kane curse. Like if Harry Kane can just go somewhere else, he'll win something and then England will win something. Could be the Spurs curse carrying over. Johnny with the angry Klopp emote there. And then saying something about Ricardo Kaka. But then you went a bit crazy. Since he took over the men's national team, they are horrible. I'm not surprised. So this is Pochettino again taking over the US men's national team. I've genuinely never understood the fascination with Pochettino. Like he went to PSG with all those superstars and still failed to win the league in his first season. He doesn't really have a stellar record anywhere. Like I get it that he plays like attractive football, which perhaps was a rarity 5 or 6 years ago, but these days everyone does that pretty much, apart from Tuchel. I don't get it. Every club he's at seems to kind of spontaneously decombust eventually. And it's not like he has like a long line of trophies as well. It's bizarre. What about Euro 2028 hosting? Who's hosting that? Oh yeah, it's that one, isn't it? UK. That'll be fun in a couple of years. Johnny with the angry Klopp again. Sonny has given context on his ratings. 7 out of 10 for Rhea, look-wise, but 5 out of 10 as a performer. I'd rather watch 50-year-old Lita. Is Lita like 50 years old now? Again, I'm showing my age, but like Lita, when I used to watch it, like Lita and Trish Stratus, they were like the new ones. Oh wow, she's 50. Wow. Time flies, man. High 7 says, are you covering your receding hairline? 100% yes. Alisson. Then it's me. Then it's Alisson. Then it's me. Then it's Klopp. Then it's 2 Alissons. Then it's 3 of me. Then it's 3 of me. Then it's 2 of me. Then it's Alisson. Then that one's called Bangu Bounce. I don't know what that is. Then 3 of a woman shaking her head. Then 3 Gerrards. Then McAllister. Then Van Dijk. Then Slot. Then Van Dijk. England gonna host and the final at Wembley. Another depression for Bukayo Saka. Poor Saka, man. Has Saka ever won anything? Like other than the FA? Did he win the FA Cup? He must have been part of the team that won the FA Cup, right? Johnny says Lita is a 20 out of 10. Whereas this girl is an 8 out of 10. I have no idea who this person is. Hi 7 with the baguette. Le baguette français. Mikonen says hi, how you doing? Hope you're having a nice weekend. Marco says PSG are too good, man. They are too good. They're not even trying. Like, they were trying a little bit at the start and they went 4-0 up, and now like they're basically coasting, to be honest with you. They just got it's weird, but like they've got 11 players, but like they play as one. Like, this just the kind of harmony that they have is pretty amazing. They're going to be dangerous again next year in the Champions League. Cole says, do you respect the last real champion? Is this a wrestling thing? I presume this is a wrestling thing. You'll need to tell me who the last real champion is, and then I'll tell you. 11 they play as a team, yeah. But it's impressive how they have that level of cohesion. You know what I mean? Like, just the synergy that the different players have, it seems to be like a level above, not even most teams, like a level above all teams. Yeah, by playing together. Cole says the GOAT John Cena. Is he the GOAT? Nah. I don't know who the GOAT would be for me. See, I haven't really watched wrestling in like 10 years. I remember when John Cena debuted versus Kurt Angle. I was watching that SmackDown. He came out wearing like red underpants or something. I remember that. But yeah, I don't know who the GOAT would be for me. It'd be somebody from the time I used to watch wrestling. Maybe Ric Flair or somebody. I don't know. Johnny says, are you the best goalkeeper performances? By the way, you can play with your friends with a new one. I don't know what you think about. It's not going to be happy. I don't know what you're on about. I don't know what you're talking about. Bayern versus PSG. Could happen, but it looks like PSG would pretty much steamroll past everyone at the moment. Johnny says, you are the GOAT. Appreciate that. I'm sure John Cena would not appreciate that, but I appreciate that. Side profile looks like Salah. Really? Salah's got a real jawline though. I've got a fake jawline with the beard. You know what I mean? Salah's got a real jawline. I'll take that. There's worse people to look like. The GOAT's always gonna be Kurt Angle. Yeah, Kurt Angle's a good shout. How do you feel about him going to TNA? I remember that was shocking at the time when he went to TNA, because everyone thought he retired. And then like a week later, he was in TNA. And I remember this was like we did have internet back in the day, but it was like early internet days. And I remember it came out that he was at TNA, and everyone was like, "What?" A High 7 says he spammed his keyboard. Certainly looks like it. Now he's saying, you want to be happy with my family is not going to be happy with it to me and my friends. Yeah, the answer is yes. Pep says, what do you think about Ben Doak rumors with Everton? I hope not. I really like Ben Doak. I think Ben Doak is fantastic. The way the ball sticks to Ben Doak's feet when he dribbles is not something I've seen with lots of players. So I would like Liverpool to keep him. But if he does go to Everton, I mean rivalries aside, if he does go to Everton and gets to play week in week out, then good for him. Good for him. I think he deserves it. But yeah, I'd be a bit jealous. If they got him. Can't lie. High 7 says all the time, and it's not a good idea. I don't know what you said, but I don't. Since when did Johnny turn into ChatGPT? That's what I'm wondering as well. TNA Kurt Angle was way better than WWE Kurt Angle. See, that's kind of when I stopped watching. What was it about TNA Kurt Angle? You'll have to tell me. What was it about him that was so good? Johnny says you are so old. Really? I'm not that old. I'm gonna dye my beard. Maybe next week I can be bothered, and then tell me if I look younger. Dembele deserves a guy, but don't know what you said. He was so good, but can you give me? Is everyone turning into ChatGPT? I don't know what anyone's saying. Is like my chat thing messing up or what? Come on, you Blues says, I hope he comes to us. He's a good player. He is good. I genuinely like Ben Doak. As a dribbler, he's very good. He's got like a low center of gravity, so it's quite hard to kind of get the ball off him. He does need to work on his finishing, but of course he's very young. These things happen, but I think if he went to Everton and he was amazing, then kind of good for him. Ben says Wirtz will make his debut in 2 weeks. Yeah, man. 13th of August, is it? I'm excited to see how he plays, and I'm also excited to see where he plays. Johnny says, guys, it's imposter Johnny. I see. So can the real Johnny come back? We would appreciate that. High 7's also turned into ChatGPT. I don't know if it's my thing messing up or what. But I don't know what's going on. Sonny says, he was a wrestling machine, and every week he gave bangers. Even when his personal life was going badly, at one point he said the only thing he loves in life is wrestling. His wife left him, and he had multiple DUIs whilst driving under narcotics by the looks of it. I see. That's a shame. Kurt Angle was good. I mean, good wrestler, good on the mic, funny. So yeah, I understand putting him in GOAT compilations. A High 7 says Messi about to score 5 goals in 5 minutes. It's possible. I think he might have a free kick. I think he might have a free kick on the edge of the box here. Question of I have a great day. I have a great day. Yeah, I don't know what that means. He's got a free kick, you know. Here might be the first one. This might be the first one. This might be the first one of the comeback. It's just outside the box. It's just outside the half circle that's on the edge of the box, if that makes sense. And it's slightly to the right, so it's probably good position for Messi to hit it with his left. So is this going to be the comeback? So Messi's going to be taking this free kick. Free kick. Oh, it hits the wall. After all that hype. Johnny says, when is the next stream? Tuesday, I think. Tuesday, I think it's Real Madrid versus somebody. Real Madrid versus Juventus. Yeah. So on Tuesday the 1st of July, Real Madrid versus Juventus at 8 o'clock. Corner flag, or is that a race flag? Says what games are on today. There you go. PSG versus Inter Miami's right now. Flamengo versus Bayern Munich. That's on at 9 o'clock. I don't know if you're interested in the Chinese league and the Japanese league. Is it A teams or B teams? In terms of the Bayern Munich game, it will probably be A teams, to be fair. England 6, Jamaica 0, yeah. It's an international women's game. Officially a hammering, according to Aggie Beaver Jones. Oh no, that was the striker that scored. When is the compulsory Man City versus Real Madrid? Hopefully soon. If we look at the thingy thing here. So Real Madrid Juventus, that's on Tuesday. I mean, it could be Friday, could be Saturday. Don't know yet is the official answer. Do not know yet. Yeah, I think this is gonna end 4-0. We had a gazillion goals in the first few minutes and then nothing. There's Barcola. Again, Barcola. Barcola is so average, man. Could have been PSG 5 Inter again. Could have been. It was almost there. 4-0 is still quite impressive, I guess. Sunny says, okay, I got to go. Adios, sayonara, and goodbye. I feel like I have silenced all the Penaldo fanboys. Penaldo, be happy that you're in a discussion against Messi, because we know you're not particularly good. That's what that says. But yeah, take care, Sonny. This match is over. No delay today, thankfully. I can now disappear and go sit next to an air conditioner because it's too damn hot. Yeah, 4-0. Where all the goals came in the first half. Messi out whilst Barcola is still in. Not a bad game, to be fair. I've seen better, but I've also seen worse. Johnny says bye 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 mamacita. Bye bye Johnny. Have a good night, says Durwood. You too. Have a nice evening. So in other words, Inter Miami is better than Inter Milan. 5-0 Barcelona. Take notes and destroy world football next year. Pui Pupanaldo. Pui indeed. But yeah, not bad. Arushan has turned up after the game is finished, saying hi. How are you doing, Arushan? Hope you're well. You've missed the game. It was 4-0. But I hope you're good. And while Pinaldo is out the entire competition, Johnny says my prediction is bad as my personal life. It wasn't that bad. You basically called a one-sided game, and it was a one-sided game. So we could think about it positively that way. Ronaldo hit 15 million subscribers on YouTube in 19 hours. That's almost 1 million per hour. Rasmus Højlund, but is that Højlund on a... I can't even see. Is that Højlund on like Ronaldo? No, it's Casemiro on Ronaldo, I think. I can't really zoom in. I'm on my desktop. But a Rasmus Højlund fan says PSG hate all interclubs. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I had to proper zoom in. Fair enough. It's pretty creative. I can't lie. Yeah, take care, Johnny. Jay says, who do you support? I support Liverpool. High 7 with the Brazil flags. Very nice. But anyway, game over. 4-0 to PSG. Basically what we expected, to be fair. But anyway, I will be back on Tuesday. See, I'm trying to go, but High 7 ain't letting me go. You know when you're trying to leave someone's house, you're like, okay, guess we better go. It's like, you're like, okay. You know when you start looking at your watch, you're like, oh, okay. It's like, oh my god, that's the damn time. And then, and then they just keep bringing out more food. That's basically what High 7 is doing. Yeah, take care, High 7. Be back on Tuesday. Where is it? Yeah, Tuesday, 8 o'clock, Real Madrid, Juventus. Cool. Take care, guys. Enjoy your evening. Take care, Johnny.